Welcome back to Mystic Like My Mama, a podcast presented by Ask Penjie. I'm Isabella, and this is my mama, Tina, and we are a mother-daughter duo and the co-founders of Ask Penjie. In this show, we'll talk about accessing your intuition and how we integrate ancient wisdom into our modern lives. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back, everybody. So, if you are not listening on audio, if you are actually watching us on YouTube, you're going to see that we are in a different background
Hmm.
because we're in a completely different place. We're in a completely different house. So, in the meantime, I think we last told everybody we were gonna move.
Hmm.
And then we're so sorry to anyone who is a regular listener that we did skip 2 weeks of our podcast. This is the reason why. You can see behind us.
We were forced to. It's so funny because we were so optimistic in the last episode we recorded. I think we literally said, or we both said, "Oh my God, the next time you see us, the next episode, we're going to be all set up. It's going to be perfectly the same.
I don't,
You're not going to be able to tell the difference."
oh yeah, I think I said I might have the same background still. I don't know what we were thinking. I think that you literally, well, you can't say, but for me, I'm going to tell you, it's almost like you have some sort of amnesia about moving. Like I've moved
Yeah.
many, many times in my life. And I think you just get amnesia. You're like, oh, okay. I mean, you know it's going to be hard, but you just don't remember how hard it is until you actually like move again.
I definitely underestimated it. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
we all did. And so we're so sorry. We did skip 2 weeks and we kept saying like we can't skip, we can't skip. And then we were like, we can't do it. We can't do it. Like we have to follow our own advice. We
No,
have to be
it
intuitive.
was insanity. And then
Yeah.
I didn't feel well. It was a whole thing, but we did it. We're here.
We did it. We're here. So we're coming to you live from our box jungle. That's what we've always called it when we've moved and there's lots of boxes all over just because it makes it sound more fun.
Hmm.
Rather than it's like a problem or
And you're like investigating in the jungle, trying to
yeah.
find things.
We're like We're like, where's the spatula? I don't know. Does anyone have a fork?
It's next to the gorilla.
It's so weird. Like, no matter how organized I think I am, and then of course after every move, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna be even more organized next time. And next time I'm gonna leave out things we're gonna use for the first week. And it just at the end you start throwing stuff in everywhere because you're like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this place and into the next place. And it's a whole other sort of stress that is like people I think don't talk about enough, to be
Yeah.
honest with you, how challenging it is. And for me, it was coming off the original stress of the fact that we literally were at the end of our lease. We had 2 weeks. We were just everybody was telling me it wasn't going to work out. I was working with multiple realtors who were like, honey, just give up now. Like, it's not going to work out. And I'm like, okay, A, it can't not work out. Like, it has to work out.
You were like,
And
there's no
B, it
alternative.
also has to work out. So it
Hmm.
has to work out. So I want to share with you guys that I had to like go into some, which by the way is kind of hitting me right now. The last few days I haven't felt well. I wasn't even going to record tonight. I'm really pushing through because I almost always feel really good, especially health wise. And I had a really rough week physically, and it just kind of all hit me this
Hmm.
week, what I had been through and what I went through. But at the time, I just literally had to have like tunnel vision. I had to put on the blinders and I had to stay focused, and no matter what anyone did, and eventually, like I just went without the realtors. Like I ended up finding our place without a realtor.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I can't have anyone's negative energy or disbelief affect me because I'm trying to align with my miracles. And miracles are inexplainable, and miracles are not logical, and miracles are like, they're just miracles. Like, you can't, and I'm just like, what do you mean you don't believe in law of attraction? What do you mean you don't believe in miracles? And I had quite a list of what we wanted to manifest and what I needed to manifest for our family. And, um, yeah, and I'm proud to say that we are literally talking to you and I always like to tell the girls, and I like to say this to my family, like, I like to tell you, we're sitting inside of our manifestation. When
Hmm.
you guys are thinking of manifesting something or you just create a goal or whatever you want to call it, you literally have to acknowledge when you're in it, when it happens, when you get the car, when you're in the relationship. It's important to take a look around and feel it, like feel like I'm feeling this counter, right? And I'm just looking around at these walls thinking like, okay, so I'm worried about unpacking. I'm worried about where I'm going to put stuff. I'm worried about things, but wait a second, this worked out. I'm inside my manifestation. And you just almost have to like ground your energy to remember that, and acknowledge and just notice that the manifestation happened. And that's where the gratitude comes in. And obviously I'm not going to say like, oh, I'm so grateful I didn't feel well. And oh, I'm so grateful that I was nervous. And like, I'm not doing any dismissal of emotions or anything like that. But later on the other side of it, it's so important to acknowledge, like, and my
And
body, sorry.
no, 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 keep going. I don't want
Oh,
to
I was
interrupt you.
just gonna say that my body was like, all right, I stayed strong, like, because I literally kept not feeling well this week. And I was saying to myself, I'm so glad this didn't happen the day I was moving. I'm so glad this didn't happen the day that I was supposed to meet the owner of this house, or, you know what I mean? Like, how was I okay then? And I think because I was just on some adrenaline rush or, I don't know,
Yeah,
something.
you're just going, going, going.
Yeah, going, and I was okay. But when I slowed down and stopped, it all kind of came crashing into me. And I've had a really hard week. Like, I was actually scared.
It's
That's how bad
been
I felt.
it's been intense. I will say too, it's so easy, like as soon as we even got the house, we do the things and you're like, okay, on to the next thing, and next problem solve,
Hmm.
next manifestation, whatever. So I love that you said that because it's like if you really don't take a minute to appreciate like, wow, I'm sitting in my manifestation, like this was once something I was manifesting, you just don't because our brains so quickly move on to the next thing. And there's so many things in my life, including this is the most, you know, prevalent one right now is the house, but there's so many times in my life where I've wanted something so badly and then it becomes something that's like the back burner. Like it's like, oh, now I want this other thing really, really bad.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about like, wow, 4 years ago I would have like dreamt of being where I am now or
Yeah.
feeling what I'm thinking. So like we were like moving on to the next thing. We're trying to solve like the water and like we were like buying water bottles and trying to figure out what to do. So that was like the next solution. And you're like, oh, you know, I'm just so happy to be in the house. Like we manifested this first, we'll do the next ones after and like all of that stuff. Yeah. But you're really good at that. You're good at reminding me that we're in the manifestation and we're in the thing that you were working towards.
But we all do it. Like,
Hmm.
and then, Daddy has his role. So he's just like, let's unpack all the boxes. And I'm like, okay, you need to pinky swear and promise me that you're not going to unpack all the boxes. Because for me, that's just horrible. Energetically, like I'm so psychic and intuitive and overwhelmed and clairsentient and sensitive. I'm like, you cannot just unpack everything. Like everything has to find a place. And you and I are really good at that. And like it takes longer for me to pack strategically. It takes longer for me to unpack strategically. So like if I really want to think out the kitchen, like a well thought out, like um
Hmm.
I need time. Like I need time to be in the kitchen. I need time to see what I grabbed, to see what cabinet I go to see how we should set things up. And you just told me you saw something recently about that, about
Yeah, I saw a TikTok of this girl and she was talking about how, should I mention the prevalent point of it? Yeah, she was saying that she's an autistic interior designer and that every interior designer she ever met does stuff for design and looks, right? But she said she loves to design a home around functionality and how she feels. Like if there's a lot of people who force themselves to build or live in a system because they think it's correct, that's not accurate, right? So she was saying, like, I can relate to this. A lot of people have like a clothes pile of things that are not dirty but not clean. So then you
Mm.
like put on the floor or you put on your chair or something. And she said, like, a solution to this was like, moving her hamper towards there or moving, like, just doing something that's like to match your functionality instead of fighting it. Like, instead of fighting what your habits
because maybe
day in and
somebody
day
else
out.
wouldn't do it that way because it doesn't look as
Yeah,
good.
exactly. But she was talking about there's a way to like make it pretty and functional because I think a lot of people think it's one or the other. They're like give up because it's like, oh, I can't have my design because it's not matching my habits.
Yeah.
But that's something because you said we've been doing because we're going slow and we're seeing what we actually do in our habits. We're like putting stuff
But you were
away.
saying something else about that. You
Oh,
were
what did I
saying
say?
you I forgot what you told me. You said something like it's really good to like live in a place for a little bit
Oh
before.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
Live,
was the whole.
yeah, yeah. Live in the space a little bit because when you're in a new space, you're gonna do new things. Like think like maybe where you make your coffee or you don't know the areas yet, right? It's like where you're gonna stand or things you're gonna place somewhere. So kind of like live in it a couple weeks before you start
So
putting things permanently.
that's actually what I would say is that maybe some people are so ready to like unpack,
Hmm.
but and not like we're like
But also
gurus on moving, but we're just giving you advice because we're literally
But
living in it.
also, like, you're really efficient. So, like, you're not going to want to, like, unpack and then have to redo everything. So, you're like, if we're going to unpack it, let's unpack it well in a way that we're actually going to be happy with and use. And that
Yeah,
takes more time. It's more
yeah,
thought out.
yeah,
And it's so much work to go through things. That makes the process
yeah.
so much longer. Like, I was in my bathroom, I was standing for half hour trying to decide if I keep this, like, expired sunscreen. And I was like, why? And then I told my sister, I was like, why would I keep sunscreen that's expired? Why would it take me so long to realize I should just throw it out? But it's like when you're going through things, you're like, well, I need this eventually one day, even though I haven't touched it in 3 years.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. And when we were packing, we were just like, just throw it in, we'll deal with it on the other side. And the next thing you know, we're here and we're like, oh my God, we're on the other side of the move. And
Because
now we have to deal with
we were in
like
such a
the
hurry
things,
that we couldn't do it before.
yeah, that we were like, there's things that we didn't, dispose of, things like that. But what I was referring to in the kitchen is that I think that people are in such a hurry to kind of like clean up the mess or things like that. But for us, I think it was a really good time for us the past like, week and a half or whatever to be able
Settle,
to
get it
kind of
cleaned.
well but also like use stuff and see where we
Hmm.
use it and then try to figure out where we want to put it so
Yeah,
like yeah so I mean actually it's not advice, we're just sharing our journey. Actually, that's what I meant to say. Like it's not, we're
totally.
just sharing, and we're just saying give yourself permission to leave the boxes longer and like do your process or heal yourself, because like literally my body was like, I was unpacking and I was doing a lot of stuff and then my body was like, I'm sorry, but you're literally going to need to rest now. And it
Hmm.
literally knocked me down where I couldn't get up. And so, like if you don't listen to the small things, it gets bigger.
Yeah.
And I was doing too much. So
Yeah.
anyway, and then I was like, but I have to unpack and I have to do this. And I have to set up my studio and my office. And my body was like, no, you don't. And
You're
then
like,
next thing you
we need to
know,
recover.
Isabel and I get to be next to each other instead of like in separate rooms. And
I
it's
actually
so,
like this more
I
because
like it
we
too,
kind
actually. We may switch our format. I don't know. But
of.
anyway, you guys, but I wanted to tell you, so moving is actually what I like to call the ultimate pattern interrupt. And if you guys don't know what a pattern interrupt is, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's sort of interrupting your pattern and your habits. It's very good for your brain. You're building new neural pathways. You're literally have to be a critical thinker and think instead of just doing things autonomously and just,
Habitually.
habitually and just, sometimes when you drive, you get home and you're like, how did I even get home? Like you're just not paying
That's
attention.
terrifying.
Yeah. But that's not a good example, but I've always heard that one. But no, but it's like, I used to say like if you go out of your driveway and you always turn the other way or you always go this way and you always do the same thing, you always have your coffee at the same time of day. And I what I like about a pattern interrupt is that yes, habits are amazing, especially ones that, improve our lives and things like that. But sometimes you have to interrupt your mind and your body and your spirit with something different. And that's why change is so challenging for us. It's so difficult. And so I kind of have an anyway. So then what I was referring to about moving is because you're like, I don't know where anything is. Like, I don't know where my towel is. I don't know. So everything is interrupted at once. Like
Hmm.
how you eat, where you sit, where there's like no room to sit. Like everything for our whole entire family was just flipped upside down. Like everything for my dog. Like somebody asked me for something and I told the lady, I think I said something like, I don't know where it is. Like I need time to find it. Like I don't even know what to tell you. I thought I knew where it was. I thought I had like a paper with like numbered boxes, like number one, number two, what's in it, and I still didn't know where this thing was and this one document, and it's just so funny. It just
You get
anyway,
swept up. It's a whirlwind.
yeah. And then I think we did really well and we really found a really nice place for us. And if you guys want to listen to more about pattern interrupts, I actually have a podcast on my old podcast or my other podcast, the Prana Boost Show. Um, And it's episode 49. You can
Yes.
go to listen to that to listen about pattern interrupts. It's very good for your health. It's very good for your brain, your body, everything, to insert pattern interrupts intentionally
Yes.
into your
Highly
life.
recommend you go check out that episode. It's
Sometimes you
really good.
get a pattern interrupt that you did not appreciate or you didn't think you requested, but sometimes it's good to do intentionally. But I want to share with you guys, actually. So for me, it was one of the things. I don't know if you guys ever played the game Boggle, but Boggle has this little like sand timer that like you flip upside down and that's the timer. Like do 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 do. It reminds me of Days of Our Lives because they have like a sand timer in the
It
introduction.
makes me think of Aladdin because the Jafar traps
Oh.
Aladdin in like a giant sand timer.
Yes, yes, another good reference. But anyway, I don't know why I kept closing my eyes, and when I was in my other home, which I was, sad to leave, I was feeling so much attachment, but I kept feeling like I was running out of time. I was running out of time. And I kept saying, "Okay, you guys, I have 2 weeks to pull this off." And 2 weeks sounds like so long, right? Now it's really long if you're missing someone. 2 weeks is like an eternity.
Hmm.
2 weeks without water, you wouldn't survive. 2 weeks waiting for your favorite next episode to drop or your next podcast, like you guys had to wait
Very
for
long.
us. You had to wait 2 weeks for us. Very long, very long. Like you can barely make it.
But 2 weeks to
But
move?
2 weeks to move, I kept feeling like I was running out of time. So I kept thinking of a couple affirmations that I've heard in the past that have really helped me before. And I ended up needing just in my head, I wrote down some affirmations for me to kind of interrupt that negative loop because I kept having this loop. Like, I don't have time. I don't have time. I'm running out of time. And by the way, it wasn't just my voice. It was the realtors. It was other people in my head
Mm.
and it was loud. And so besides putting the blinders on, I wanted to actually insert something in and reprogram my brain. So I'm going to show you guys. I opened up my handy dandy Canva and I wrote out some affirmations in the morning for me that I needed. And then I printed it and I put it on the counter in case one of you read it. I don't know if anyone actually did.
We did.
Okay. Um, and I sent it to a friend. She knows who she is. She's a very, very dedicated podcast listener and a very dear friend. And she's like, I'm printing this out. And she already has it. So you'll have to let us know if it's something you feel that you want. But I'm going to read you the affirmations that really, really helped me to make it through this really, really traumatic time, which was scary and exciting and amazing and awful all at the same time. Okay, so it goes like this. Time expands for me. Everything always works out for me. Change can feel hard, yet it is necessary. I am safe to grow and expand. I love to ask for help. Not always true, but I am not alone. I have my spirit team. I can do hard things. It's funny, but I have you in my head because you actually would say that to me. You always would say, like, we can do hard things, Mom. And I'm like, I know, I always have. Like, why am I needing this reminder? Of course, I get everything done because in my head, I was saying the opposite. I was like, I have no time and I'm not going to get it done. And I'm just, it's not going to work out. So I said, of course, I get everything done. There is more than enough time. When I am present, time moves for me. Miracles happen all the time for me. I pay attention to how I feel. My frequency matters. I look at life through the eyes of love. Now, you guys, this doesn't mean I was feeling this 24/7, but these are the reminders that I needed every time I started to spiral or go down a path that wouldn't help me move forward. And again, it's like something I've always taught the girls, and I've always, taught all of my clients and everybody that I ever worked with is that, of course, we always want to make time for emotions. And during the process, I did. I really did. I took time to feel, I took time to have emotions, but then I had to get right back up and face it again. And I didn't know how to do it. And when I felt like I couldn't move forward one more step and I couldn't do it, that's when I wrote this. So just, just sharing that with you guys in case that would help you to do something like that. I'm just letting you know that a lot of the practices that I share with all of you, I have them and they exist because I have needed them for myself or my family. And then I really do use them and I think they really do work. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think
I
that's
love it. No, that was good. It was good. I was impressed with everything you did to get through to where we are.
yeah.
I was so excited. I love change, or so I think I do.
Well, so you said,
Or
and
so
you're
I
like, wait a
said,
minute,
but
like, is this
then
change?
it's so funny because my mentally I was like, oh, I love change. Like
You were so excited to move.
I am so excited. Pattern interrupt. I can't wait. Blah blah blah. But my nervous system had a whole different response.
Oh yeah, your nervous system was like,
My brain was like, I'm so excited. And then I was like, wait a second, why do I feel crazy? And then the first couple days we were here, I was like, I could not believe I was in like a new space and I was all like,
your nervous system was in a little shock.
yeah, it was a lot. And I was like, this is intense. So,
That's why it's so important to listen to how you feel because the mind is separate. It's not separate. The
mhm,
mind has a different, I don't know what I want to say about that. Just
it's separate.
no, but it's just it's like yeah, it's like your mind is thinking one thing, but your body's like, I'm sorry. Mm-mm. And
Well,
it
because
because they all work together. They're not separate. But
like,
I'm just saying, like logically and consciously, you might be like, oh my God, I love moving. But then you do it and you're like, oh my God, it's so hard. It's way harder than I thought.
well, it's because
And you have to listen to your
at the
body.
end of the day, you cannot fight or we can't think our way out of our humanly behavior or animalistic things, right? So like I can be like, super smart and logically be like, "Oh yeah, I'm so excited and we're gonna be safe and it's calm and it's all like planned out and everything." But then my body is still a creature in a way, and it's like wait,
We're
my home territory has been disrupted. I don't know. I've never slept here. It's like in Minecraft when you have to set up the bed and you have to sleep in it once to reset the safety of like respawn.
oh, that's
So it's
funny.
like until you live in a new house, but you didn't sit in the new bed yet, then it's like you didn't reset the respawn. So I was like, I have to reset, like my nervous system has to know that this is my new spawn point.
Yeah.
This is my new
Yeah, you
place.
have to ground your energy. I mean, we're going to talk about that on another episode. Actually, I should probably show you some of the things that I have done and I'm going to do to ground our energy into a new space, to protect the space, to change the energy, to cleanse the energy
Hmm.
of the space that, that we're moving into. I have a lot of uh
Techniques.
woo-woo techniques and things like that. And also yeah. But I was just, what I wanted to say is it's not coming out right. What I wanted to say is that the mind, body, spirit is all connected, but it can't really be in conflict with one another. I think that's what I meant to say. So it's like, even though the mind is willing, you have to listen to the cues from the body. Cause like, I think I was ignoring it for a little bit and,
Hmm.
and then daddy was cheering me on. He's like, "Ooh, another box." He's like, "That's amazing. You're doing amazing." And I'm just like, and then my body was like, we can't do another thing. Like, seriously, like you're going down, girl.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Anyway,
I love it. Well, our pattern, speaking of pattern interrupt, our situation of the show format is a little backwards right now. So we're gonna pull a card
yeah,
to
it's a
end
little off.
to
But we wanted to show up. Yeah.
as our finale.
Yes, a little different format today.
I love it. So we have this beautiful deck called Ocean Dreams, an oracle
And
deck.
I just want to thank
It's
you.
by Danielle Noel, and Mom got it for me.
I just want to thank you because everyone was taking such good care of me. Like literally when mama goes down, you need somebody to help steer the
The
ship.
ship goes down.
Yeah.
Of course, we all take care of each other. Are you ready?
Okay, so Bella is knocking 3 times to infuse our energy in. It's a collective reading for all of us. I'm very excited to see what she chooses, what card, because I think the message will be great for all of us, and I want to know what my message
Do you know
is.
how they're organized in this book? Is it just
Uh,
random?
I don't remember.
Found it.
Is it like
Okay,
alphabetical?
you hold it up.
Okay.
All right. Hold it up.
Okay,
It
so,
says Nectar of Life.
ooh, it's so pretty. This deck is so beautiful. This is the back, you guys, the back of the card.
It's
It's
really
very
pretty.
ethereal.
It looks like a gateway. It says Nectar of Life, reclaiming abundance, returning to flow. I
Mm.
release stagnant energies. I receive nourishment in all areas of my life. I am ready to renew. Water possesses Sorry, I burped. Water possesses a rare alchemical quality of being able to exist in all three vibrational states, gas, liquid, solid. At the same time, receiving life force from the sun, water evaporates from the ocean to begin its pilgrimage to bless the earth. Rising up as a vapor, it gathers into clouds across the sky. Clouds turn into rain as it falls into rivers and distills into the ground, returning to the sea. The cycle of water teaches us the power of metamorphosis, as water is always shifting and moving. Water covers three-quarters of the Earth's surface, about the same ratio of fluid that flows within our bodies. Water is the lifeblood of Gaia. Gaia is
Mother
life force,
Earth.
Mother Earth. It nourishes our very human essence. The waves ebb and flow, so do we. Within us are tides, waves, storms, and stillness. Energy merely changes form. What is removed will eventually return, bearing new gifts.
Ah.
Where in my life do I need, where in my life do I wish for more nourishment? If you have good things, if you have been, sorry, if you have been through a time of drought, this card brings good tidings. Nourishment is rushing in. The sacred waters are calling to you. This is an omen of positive transformation and renewal. An increase of vitality and good health are imminent. Water is the epitome of abundance. Your material, emotional, and spiritual resources are being generously replenished to the nectar of life. Should I keep going? There's one more blurb.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
To receive our fullest bounty, we need to make some space. It may take time to declutter, both physically and energetically, to
Ooh.
purge the unnecessary blockages in your life, to clear away any stagnant energies that have built up. Water fills, flows, and cleanses. You are guided to call upon Mother Gaia and her oceans to bring upon this healing grace. You may also find the ritual work, and you may also find that ritual work will be supportive, blah, 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 in clearing old energies.
There's no blah, blah, blah. That's what I just told everyone we have to
I
do, our
know.
rituals.
So we literally said new and nourishment, meaning you have to take
Wow.
care of yourself as you
I
release
love that. That's
blockages.
such a perfect card for us. I hope that that resonates for you guys. I'm sorry I'm out of sorts. I'm not
Don't
feeling,
apologize.
no, but I'm not feeling 100%. And I forgot to tell you guys what to think about before we chose the card. Like I always tell everyone to think about a decision or something in their life. This time I just let it flow.
It's all good.
No
Go,
pun
go.
intended. You guys, I'm just
Coast on.
laughing because I feel the urge to tell you that curtains are not staying and those are not ours.
It's temporary.
Yeah, those are temporary, and I'm just laughing because in the background we have to figure out how to point on this thing. There's our hula hoops right there. That's always something that we have had around for many, many years. I historically have kept them in our kitchen to do as a pattern interrupt. But anyway,
I
that's all.
love
So
it.
I'm just happy that we were able to come together and do our episode for you guys this week.
Amazing. So
Thank
with
you.
that, I just want to tell everybody to go to our website, askpenjie.com, and sign up because we are going to be doing a giveaway. Mom is going to give away a 30-minute session. And
Card reading, Penji reading,
yes,
an intuitive
the
psychic
whole thing.
session.
And it is something you do not want to miss out on. Really, really good. Very rare to get one-to-one free like that. That's insane. So if you want to get it, make sure to have a chance to enter your email, and we're going to be sending it out probably very soon. Find out who the winner is, but it's very exciting. So if you want that one-to-one session, make sure to sign up with your email at askpenjie.com, AskPenjie. And remember to do all of the things: subscribe, like, rate us 5 stars if you're listening on audio only, and share the podcast with everybody you know. Keep spreading the word because we love it. This was a good episode, and we'll see you next week on Mystic Like My Mama. Bye, you
Bye.
guys.